draft went a little rocky, but we've got a deck here that has some highlights. Oh, thank you. That's nice of him to say that. We're on the draw. With the plains, this hand kind of blows up a bit, but no, I don't think it works. All right, well, we got the exact same hand. Is that exactly? We're missing a swamp, so yeah, we're going to keep it because we have a plains now. He went down to 6 as well. Oh, it's very nice of him to say. Ooh, green, that could be bad for us. So let's draw some of our auras. We can just go off if we draw like running auras here. Our draw is pretty nice anyway. We have a 1, 2, 3. Caryatid. Definitely attacking. Probably just going to take the 1 here. Yeah, he's just going to take it. Kind of assumed he was going to take it there. Sylvan Caryatid is insane. Fixes mana, ramps you up, and you can play a 4 here and just sort of lock us out. Or 2 2s. Jeez, that's pretty good. Ooh, Scourgemark. Scourgemark is interesting. We can play it here. And it'll let us attack right now and draw a card. Or we can Lagonna-Band Elder and line up some attacks for next turn. I think I prefer playing the Elder this turn. We don't get to gain the life. I think I just want to use up all our mana because the prospect of paying the 1 mana for Scourgemark and then just doing nothing for the turn is pretty lame. When this turn we get to play Scholar and Scourgemark kind of either way. No wonder. And he knows he's on the defensive here, so let's start with this because this actually gets us an attack. And offer trades here and here. I think about the best thing we can expect from a Lagonna-Band Elder is trading for one of these two. Interestingly, he traded the Swordwise Centaur there. I guess he just figures if he's going to be on blocking duty kind of forever, the Centaur's slightly worse blocker than the Return Phalanx. Man, this guy went off. Oh, I'm immediately jealous of his deck. All right, at least he didn't get white. Otherwise, I start thinking about Chromanticore. I mean, not that he can't cast it, but at least we didn't see him just snap that off. Wondering if I just attack with Hoplite here. Offer the trade. That can potentially open the door for these attacking later. Yeah, I think I'd just be patient here and just say go. We've got a pretty nice game plan here. Beat him down in the air with Sentry and start activating the Scholar as many times as we can. Says his deck's a mess, but anytime he's the one jamming the Peregrinations, I love that card. You can just kill something here and he's in pretty good shape. Like this looks like it's going to be a Sip maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sip Sentry while you can. Ooh, Keepsake. Yeah, Keepsake's like the most annoying possible here because he's going to be able, like if he just leaves his mana up, I can't use this twice a turn like I want to because I gotta be able to pay for Sentry since it's my main threat right now. So I can use Scholar of Athreos once per turn. If we had him lower, I could just say, look, you have to decide, and I could probably make it work. But as it sits, I can't make that play. All right, looks like he's tapping mana here though, so we might get a couple of activations. Wow, Reaper of the Wilds too. Jeez. This guy's kind of going off. The good news is he can't really attack. So let's grind. Grind. Draw Glimpse. Bile Blight. I don't think Bile Blight's the plan here. Is it? No, it's not. This thing's just too annoying. Because, I mean, we can make him block with Keepsake, shrink it down, and perhaps get some value. But, yeah, right now we have him dead in a couple of turns. Like, we have him down to 4, and then we untap and kill him. So he's got to come up with something here. We're at 22. We have no reason to block. He can keep us off that plan for 1 turn with his Keepsake. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he can just sit on Keepsake. Like, his line here is basically just pass the turn. Unfortunately for him, that means making this monstrous on my turn so that I have to regenerate this and tap it and take it out of combat or whatever. Yeah, he's just not in a great position here. I can just kill him in 2 turns with this anyway. The reason I haven't cast this Traveling Philosopher is because my mana is much better spent with my onboard situation, and Philosopher changes basically nothing. All right, well, there's a target potentially for Bile Blight if his plan is to try to gain an extra life here somewhere. I actually get to 1, 2, 3. He can bounce my guy, but I can't do anything about that anyway, so we're just moving in here because he doesn't have 7 mana. So we can kill him here if this thing actually gets through. If this thing gets through, then we have double activation of this, which means that there's really not much you can do. So this must be like a Grip Tide here. Sudden Storm. Yeah, Sudden Storm happens. That's a good play. Because then he can kill our Scholar. And this thing doesn't untap. So it buys him another turn cycle, basically. So here's 7 mana for Keepsake. Monstrosity can happen, but then he's got to target our Scholar, blow it up. And I'm just going to take him down to 3 here. No, I'm going to take him down all the way. All right, there we go. He still has to be careful with his attacks. Can't attack with this. He can hit us for 7. He's going to attack with this too, but we get to block it. Yeah, so he hits us for 7, but we have him dead. Also, yeah, looks like that doesn't quite get us there. Ooh. That's reasonable. Oh, we get to do that for 1 cheaper. That could definitely matter here. It's going to make him chump block here. Which is kind of good. Although it does get him a scry, which is annoying. But I still like the fact that this thing can pressure him on the ground and keep it from basically being able to attack us. And I think I just let him gain the 1 life here, or get the 1 drain here, because I'd rather keep up regeneration for our Sentry in case he finds a way to actually kill it. Because going to 3 means that this thing's still lethal. And I think I'm fine with that. I'm not going to block. Or actually, I will block. I'll block here. And tie up some of his mana. He's got to be careful. Yeah, that's fine. Looks like he's changed his mind here a couple of times. I can kill this. I can trade these off. So I'm just going to take the hit here. All right, well, we have our plan. He's got to commit something to the board or else we kill him. Because we kill this with Bile Blight and then these guys are lethal as well. And like temporarily killing Sentry on our turn isn't going to be enough in that case. All right, so yeah, I think we have him. Let's find out, though. Let's Bile Blight here. This thing's lethal, and then either one of these is lethal now as well. The Scry shouldn't matter here. If he has another Sudden Storm, we're in trubs. Although we still get to make him chump block here, interestingly, but he's still scrying, so it makes me think that we're not winning this turn. This actually might be important, because he's got us on a 2-turn clock here, but we can block with Philosopher. So battle, battle, battle. Here it is. Is this another Sudden Storm? Oh no. Is it? It is. Wow. That's really bad for us, actually. I mean, we get to make him chump block here, and he can't attack with both because we have a lethal counterattack, but that's interesting. That's going to make things very interesting. No way! He has something else, too? Oh, my goodness. So he gets to eat that. Actually, 4, 8, 9... He's actually got lethal, so he can chump block here. He might think he can chump block here and then be able to kill us. Which might be true. He put a card on top of his library, so he might have us anyway. So let's see which one he blocks with. If he blocks here, then he's planning on killing us and assuming that this is a blank. Yeah, he is. I mean, if he has any way to interact with the creature, he is actually just going to straight up kill us, and he probably will anyway. Because surviving 2 Sudden Storms is going to be very difficult for us. Oh, he didn't. All right, he blocked with Boon Satyr. All right, so we're actually still okay here then. So that makes me think that whatever he has on top of his library is probably just like another creature. He's scrying one over and over, so it's just top, 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 top. But so Grey Merchant would be something that I would like to see off the top of our deck here. Yeah, that would be pretty ideal. For 7, we can take this hit and not really worry about it. Six, 10, we can still take this hit, though it's a little too risky. I think we need to block here. Because keeping this Traveling Philosopher alive doesn't really do much for us anyway. So what we need to do here is draw a creature. If we draw a land, we die. If we draw a Grey Merchant, we win on the spot, probably. We have lethal with Grey Merchant, but yeah, he could bounce it or something. He's got any color of mana. All right, well, we get to see his last card here anyway. And it's another Nyxborn Wolf, and we draw a Shieldmate. And that's lethal. He's got exactly. Brutal. All right, well, I'm going to play it and just hope that he misses. He's got lethal. So we just block here, but then die to 7 exactly. Yeah, he needed a 3-power creature there to, given what we did draw. All right, so not too bad. I still think I like our chances here pretty good. Not really seeing anything great to bring in here though. Maybe a Snarecaster. We've already got 2. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. I mean, the second Sudden Storm is just backbreaker. Like, I like the position we put ourselves in. Don't know if our deck, like if he has any type of board presence at all, I don't know if our deck can beat 2 Sudden Storms. One I think we can do. And I mean, even then we have game. I mean, look, Grey Merchant, We had Scholar going as well. He had to kill that. Like, we put a ton of pressure on him. Spear of Heliod does a lot of work against him because he's attacking kind of like once with big things. I like our chances here. But I think that game had to go a very specific way for us to lose it. It just happened to. All right, definitely going to be playing first here. This is a keep. This is not an amazing hand, but it's a good hand. Especially if we draw a 2-drop or a 1-drop creature on our next draw. Obviously, we'd prefer to have one here, but if we draw a 2-drop and then can slam Ordeal on, I think it's going to do a ton of work versus him. Worst case is we put Scholar and then get Ordeal going, which is okay as well. All right, go ahead. See if we can rip a 2-drop off the top of the old deck here. Nope, no such luck. All right, well, Scholar of Athreos into Ordeal into Sentry will do some work for us for sure. You know, there's our Tormented Hero. That's interesting. That is actually quite interesting. Because we can play it and play the Ordeal on it this turn. Then next turn it starts beating down. He knows about it. I think I still like just playing the Scholar here. It's harder for him to block. Like, we're off to a bit of a slow start given our hand here. But I think next turn of Tormented Hero and then Ordeal on this thing is probably fine. This is a little scary. Yeah, I think we have to go for it here, though. I mean, if we get blown out by, what's it called, the rare, then that sucks, but the problem is that we can't really wait because next turn we need to play Sentry. Like, we can't just do nothing or just only play a Tormented Hero this turn realistically. All right, so we've got some stuff. He's missing green mana. And we're going to have huge pressure. All right, so there's his green. All right, so he's in business. Our line's pretty straightforward, though. If he passes, he has Sudden Storm. We play Sentry of the Underworld, go. And I like our position if that's the case, and it does look like that's what's happening here. So, threaten attacks. He's going to Sudden Storm our guys. And this is the purely defensive Sudden Storm, which is really not nearly as good as what he was doing in the other game, where he could back it up with a little bit of punch and keep a clock on us, because I mean, it's going to buy him time, and that's important. It's not like it's a blank, but it's just so much worse if you're not applying pressure. Because now we have a sweet board. Like, I'm going to hit him for 3 next turn. I get to start draining him. This thing is threatening to get active again and start beating him down. Eventually becoming, what, a 4/7 by the end of it? That's pretty tough to handle. Unfortunately, we're out of gas here, but we have good mana sink, so that's nice. Ooh. That's a good one. Yeah, let's just attack first and see if he has any play here. No? Oops. I don't like leaving my my Sentry without its regeneration, but I mean, I think if he had ways to kill stuff, we probably would have seen it, and I'd rather just get a look at, what, 4 cards out of his 6 here and strip away something of relevance. Boon Satyr, Mountain, Peregrination, and Sudden Storm. Yeah, I feel like Sudden Storm's probably the best card here. Boon Satyr, I don't care about that much. I mean, it trades for Tormented Hero, but if we know he has it, it makes it much worse. Peregrination is basically him taking a whole turn off. So I'm going to take Sudden Storm out of his hand here and just ship the turn back. Next turn, we have double activation on Scholar. Is he going to throw down the Boon Satyr here? Oh, he's also got a Horizon Chimera. And then he gets to leave Boon Satyr up on it. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's going to put a clock on us, though he can't realistically start attacking us because we can crack back so hard. Well, I stand corrected. Yeah, it's in there. I can't do anything about it. If I block, even if I wanted to trade, he could just Boon Satyr up. I think we win this race, though. I actually wanted him to Boon Satyr there. Worst case is not that. A snake, I think, would have been worst case. Reaper of the Wilds is annoying, but I don't think it's actually going to kill us anytime soon because we get to battle here and then just start draining him for 2 every turn as well. I mean, he can obviously race us with what he has, but if we get to start attacking with this again, then it kind of flips that back on its head. Also, we have chump blocks we can make here too. Like we can just throw this in front of this thing. He's got some powerful stuff here, though, no doubt about it. Boon Satyr really throws a wrench in things. So I can actually force him to Boon Satyr here. I can block and then force him to Boon Satyr, which is kind of interesting because it makes him use up basically all of his mana for the turn. But if he does that, he gets in for 4. He basically gets in for 7 damage this turn because the thing has trample and I'm taking 3 from this. And then I get to drain him once. It's interesting. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take it. Damage on its own doesn't really matter because I get to just Scholar twice to basically erase it. I like the option of forcing the issue, but all right, he's going to go for it. Yeah, he's just going to Boon Satyr up and just start beating the hell out of me with that thing. And I can't really blame him. It's a pretty solid game plan. Ooh. He can give it Death Touch. Which is good enough. He cannot give it Hexproof, but I don't think that really matters here that much. So yeah, let's just battle here, I guess, because even this plus this isn't enough to get through the 5. Though it is a little interesting of a proposition of just attacking with everything. He blocks here. He gives it Death Touch. I Dauntless Onslaught here and here. And he takes a huge whack of damage and he loses this guy too. I like this idea actually. I don't like the idea of trading 2.5 cards for this thing, but this is a huge issue. Actually, can I just kill? Let's see. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, just kill him here. Right? This is 4 damage, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Activate this once, that's 12. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that plan. So I'll go here and here. And he's got to have Voyage's End here. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we found a win there. No, it wasn't my original plan, but the card is so not aggressive. No, I don't think you are good. I think I'm still fine just battling here because, look, I still think our game plan is pretty apparent. I mean, he has better cards than we do, obviously. So our game plan is to try to kill him before he gets to that point. That's it. That's what we're doing. Also, we could just draw a really good card with Spear at some point here and kind of destroy him. But Sentry's doing big work for us. For sure. All right, is this a keep? 3 double black spells. This is a keep. The double black spells are annoying until we hit another swamp, but most draws are good for us here. Ooh, an amulet. Must be. Might just end up trading with that. Let's see what we draw. Scholar, yeah, it'll just end up trading. So this way we have something to play our Scourgemark on later. I'm just going to, if he wants to trade here, I'll just snap it off here. And he's not going to. I don't blame him. Ooh. That's nice. That's a nice draw. Not nice enough to do anything right now. I think we just want to get this Scholar online. And just ship the turn back. But definitely Scourgemark, Disciple, like we can tear his hand apart here pretty nicely. He's only on 4 cards right now, so we can. He's on 3 now. If he plays a card, then we get to Disciple away his hand. All right, he didn't play a card though. Probably just want to Disciple here anyway. Otherwise, I go Tormented Hero, Scourgemark on it. Say go. I mean, it does make my Gray Merchant better, but I don't know if that's how we're going to kill him or not. Yeah, let's just get Disciple on the battlefield here. It kind of doesn't, I mean, he's going to keep his best card, but we get to take something relevant here no matter what, even if it's just a land. Definitely snapping off an island here and just going to say go. Yeah, I mean, we're still a draw step or two away from being able to really put pressure on him here. But I like our position, I think. All right, let's get Tormented Hero down. Think that I want to be patient and Scourgemark Tormented Hero, get a drain out of it. This way also, it's if he has a way to kill it, I mean, that's annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, he does. All right, so I think he kind of has to do that. And, I mean, I would have liked to have seen that card there, but it's okay with me. Like, if that's what he uses his Lightning Strike on, it means that, like, if we draw our 3/3 flyer, then he doesn't have access to just kill it, and his board is pretty unimpressive right now. And ours is getting better. Yeah, I like our board, actually, because now we get to just start jamming these things and start attacking with them. We can be pretty aggressive about how we trade off, too. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any repeats. If we could get a 2-for-1 off of Bile Blight, then I'd be super stoked, but no such luck. Elder just trades for this Swordwise Centaur, which I kind of want to tap down. So I'm just gonna do this. I want to make him not be able to trade for 1 turn at least with that Swordwise Centaur. I want to make sure if he wants to trade, he's got to use some real cards. Ooh, he found an island. Could be an issue. Probably won't be. Plains, sure. I'm going to tap this thing down. And just attack with our elders here. He's got 1 card left. Oh, he's got Sudden Storm. All right. Well, let's just sit here and stare at each other for a while in that case. Wow, nice. Sudden Storm into Read the Bones. This could get bad for us. I liked our position a minute ago. Bottom. Top. All right, so he drew 1 card that he knew he wanted. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there, buddy. Shieldmate. Do you actually do anything? You do, but not for now. Do I want to get Gray Merchant going? I think I probably do, actually. I like using up all my mana, and that way if I draw a land next turn, I have options with, like, Bestow, plus using this, or just use this twice, or whatever. Because right now I'm just going to be killing something with Bile Blight, suiting up Nyxborn Shieldmate, and just battling with everybody. Alright, well, that changes that. Alright, so we just sit back, I guess. Start draining him for 2 a turn. If he ever attacks us, we just battle back with everybody. Servant, that shouldn't matter. Yep, only one card really matters here right now. It's this one. And he is... No, he still has one more card in his hand, so we're not out of the woods yet here. But if the game continues on this path, we win. Scourgemark. Don't think that actually does anything here. I think my mana is better spent just doing this. Okay, he makes infinite mana here. Jeez. Well, he's burying us in card advantage. Glimpse could have been a thing there. The rest doesn't matter. But yeah, he could definitely just outgun us here. I mean, he's drawn, look at that. He's drawn 2 extra cards plus then 3 extra cards, and he scryed once as well. He's even thinned out his deck a slight bit, so he's definitely way ahead on cards at this point. What is it? What are you doing? Nyxborn Wolf. Did he not leave himself enough mana to regenerate, though? Has he played a land this turn? Snakepills can cast Bounty, play Swamp. So he actually can't attack this turn? Because I can just kill it. I don't know what to do here. Because I can't kill it after this thing goes on it. But this means I don't use my Scholar at all this turn. He can't attack with it this turn at all. I think I'm just going to let him have it. I think I'd rather just do this. Do I have an attack here? Attack. No, it doesn't actually do anything. So he's going to start beating down with this thing, which is fine because it's very, very slow. Swamp. Sentry seems quite nice here, actually. Yeah, I like Sentry a lot here, actually. Quite good. Speeds up our clock significantly. I'm still not casting the Scourgemark. I just want to leave the regeneration ability up here. He's got Dark Betrayal, alright. Gotta do it. We have plenty of life to work with, so we got to spend it. Oh, he's got another answer too? Wow, Lightning Strike, Dark Betrayal? Like the... Jeez, what is going on here? It's insane. Exact right answers every time. Well, we might be able to sneak in anyway here pretty quickly. If he starts to get too aggressive, we can crack back really hard. But in the meantime, we're back on this plan. He's got one card. Did he top something? Dark Betrayal. Bottom. He put it on the bottom. So he has one unknown card here. Completely unknown. No, his Sudden Storm. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sudden Storm. Alright, so he's going to try to get aggressive here, and this could backfire on him in a pretty big way, potentially. Let's see what he comes up with, though. It might work out for him. Attack, attack, attack. All right, so our play when we untap is Nyxborn Shieldmate something, Bile Blight this. So we take 4, 8, 9, we take 11 here, and then we attack with the whole team. So Bile Blight, Nyxborn Shieldmate. If we get really lucky, we'll draw a swamp. Attack with everybody. So this is gone. And he blocks this, and he takes 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, actually 6. And he goes to 1. So we actually, if we draw a swamp, then we just win. Well, I'm going to take it and see if we can peel a swamp, because we can take this hit. There's other things we could probably draw here too. Hook. Swamp. All right, so let's just double check to make sure that our math is correct here. So the idea is this is gone, so he has this and this. We throw Scourgemark on this thing. We throw Nyxborn Shieldmate on this thing. So that gives us 3. So he has 2 blockers. He blocks 2 3-power creatures. So Bile Blight, Scourgemark. We have enough mana to do that, but not activate this. So I guess is it one or the other? So if he blocks, he goes block, block, and he takes 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right. So Bile Blight, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 to activate Scholar. We don't need to do Scourgemark. So Bile Blight this, I guess. Though it doesn't really matter, right? And then 1, 2, 3. Makes this thing 3, or this thing 2, and then he goes block, block, and he takes 2, 4, 6, and then 7. Yeah, so it does work. What am I targeting right now? I'm doing Bile Blight. All right, so it doesn't matter what we target as long as it kills it. So I will kill this thing. Scry doesn't matter. Put this here. Block, block. 2, 4, 6. Yep. I'm just double checking because if I screw this up, he can kill us on the crackback. All right, so we got there. Did not think that deck, like if we would have done a little litmus test in the first pack one, pick one, but we managed to cobble together something pretty decent there and kind of ran pretty good too. So thanks for watching here on Gathering Magic. If you guys want to send me an email for feedback, it's lr@lrcast.com. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's easy to do. It's a nice place to just give quick feedback or ask questions. And it's Marshall_LR. That's the same name that I use here on Magic Online, where you can also contact me to join the Limited Resources clan if you are so inclined. The only rules for joining said clan are that you love Magic and you're not a jerk. If you meet those requirements, you too can be in there. I don't care what your rating is. I don't care what your skill level is. We will get you better. Last but not least, for all things Limited Resources, lrcast.com is where to go. Guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week.